but not least, I want to address Kevin Durant. We all know Kevin Durant is an all-time great NBA player. Right now, currently, Kevin Durant is in the conversation for best NBA player in the world. And he's really been in that conversation for the last decade. Like, he's been right up there with Kobe, LeBron. You know, he's been right there. He's been knocking on those heels. He arguably might be the best player in the world today just because I think that Kevin Durant has no true weakness to his game. He's the most natural scorer the NBA has ever seen. There's no weakness to his game. He's a two-time NBA champion, two-time NBA Finals MVP. And when it's all said and done, I'll be surprised if Kevin Durant doesn't go down as potentially a top 10 NBA player of all time. I know that's kind of a subjective title. There's no real right or wrong answer for who are the 10 greatest players of all time. But I think that when Kevin Durant's career is over, he'll be in most people's top 10 greatest of all time players list. He'll be in that conversation. He's already in the conversation, but I think that he still has some work to do. But right now today, Kevin Durant, to me at least, should be holding the title as the greatest men's basketball Olympic athlete of all time. And here's why. Kevin Durant currently has more gold medals than Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. He and Carmelo Anthony are tied for the most gold medals at 3. But I think that most people that follow basketball can just agree that Kevin Durant is a more superior player than Carmelo Anthony. Like, Kevin Durant's a better defender. He's a better shooter. He's a better ball handler. He's a better leader. He's just a better player. You know, Carmelo Anthony never quite reached the level that Kevin Durant has reached. And Kevin Durant still has a chance to add on to his legacy, no doubt about it. And even Kevin Durant, he just recently in the Olympics surpassed Carmelo Anthony for most points scored by an NBA basketball player in Olympics history. He's the all-time NBA leading scorer in the Olympics as far as total points and points per game. Okay? And what was unique about this past year is that Kevin Durant really took over down the stretch for Team USA. A lot of his teammates were not stepping up, but Kevin Durant, he came out there, he was dropping 20, 25, 30 points. He was sensational. And he really put Team USA on his back. I think that it was a very impressive victory this year for Team USA just because you didn't have LeBron James, you didn't have Kawhi Leonard, you didn't have Steph Curry. Quite frankly, if Kevin Durant doesn't decide to play for Team USA this year, I think Team USA loses in the Olympics. They don't take home the gold medal, okay, because that team was really struggling. And a lot of teams are throwing their best punches at Team USA every single year just because Team USA always wins the gold medal because they always have the great NBA players. So teams want to knock them off, okay? They're getting the best shot from every single opponent, and Team USA rose to the occasion, but it was because of Kevin Durant that they won and pretty much prevailed and came out on top. So Kevin Durant, he deserves a lot of credit. And for my money, Kevin Durant is the greatest men's basketball Olympic performer of all time as I speak today. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.